Everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is about overlapping action, secondary movement, drag, and all those kind of things. And as I play through here, you'll see that I've made a very simple bouncing ball animation, right? You probably saw this kind of exercise many times, right? Where you have a ball bouncing around, and then we create a simple tail here to make all the animation. And what I learned with experience, guys, because normally what I would do, I would parent the tail to the ball here and then kind of animate it with the flow, try to follow the line of action. And sometimes I do in a straight ahead way, and I find that it's not always the most efficient way. It takes me quite a while, a lot of trial and error before I get it the right animation. And I want to show with you today a better workflow, which is actually using the grace pencil to do basically a 2D pass first, right? And then from there, we can kind of rotoscope the main key, the main breakdown to make it the animation with the tail. And I find it a lot more efficient because doing this one when you make mistake is a lot easier to kind of experiment and to modify things, right? Okay, so for example, let me go this way, right? So when the ball is going down, it's dragging this a little bit, so I can just push in this direction, right? And it's easy because I can see a little bit better the flow of the ghost of the tail, right? I like it more like this for me. I find it a little bit better, right? And hello, guys. A lot of you, people's telling me, "Oh, but Alessandro, I don't know how to draw very well, right? It's not my main skin, blah blah blah." And guys, I honestly I think this is more of an excuse to be honest with you guys. I mean, it's not that I draw very well anyway, right? So, but for me, the approach when it comes to animation, I do whatever it takes to get the result that I want. Okay, this is my approach, and also like because I mean it's not that these things is like it requires you to uh, very detailed drawing and everything, right? So it's basically as you can see, guys, it's two line. So I don't think the excuse of like, oh, but I don't know how to draw well. It might actually reflect, right? Here, yeah, for example, here I think I did a mistake, see, guys, but it's a lot easier for me to to tweak it rather than using the 3D model, right? That's the my whole point here. Right, see, it started to bend here and bow and maybe a little bit too much here, right? We can still continue, and then here, yeah, it's coming down. Okay, we have the reverse of this, right? Boom. All right. And again, you don't really need to do a key every frame, every two frame. Do sometimes what you feel like more comfortable. See here is continue to come down, and this I think is a good moment to the tail kind of recall a little bit, right? Boing. Right, and we're feeling the flow here, right? Because here the movement is lower, the tail won't be too straight, right? That's the kind of things you wanna keep in mind. Okay, usually the faster is the movement, the straighter the tail will get. But when the movement is very little, it can still have a bit of this kind of S shape, right? Uh, and again, same here. Boom, boom. right? Okay, and here again, can be like this, and here we can go ahead and start to feel like maybe good. That's the thing. Maybe that one could be a bit too much, right? So yeah, maybe this one definitely way too much. I feel like so. You want to drag it a bit more, right? Boom. Same here. I'm pretty sure like it's you know, once we actually go with the actual 3D mesh, guys, we'll realize how things are different in proportion, right? Obviously, for me, I'm not really good. As I said, I'm not really good in drawings and everything, so it's a bit harder to get the proportion right. Boom. Will continue to flow here, right? Boom, boom. Okay. And here we are dragging it, right? Really will go boom, especially here. See, this is a really big stretch, so we can really push it and make sure we are following the you know, the line of action here. This is the trickiest part because see this is the point of the tail. It's going from here to here. So I think like here we could be something like this. Boom, boom. Okay, really straight. And and again here. Boom, boom. See what's happening here. So see, this is gonna be kind of difficult because you don't want to have now the completely reverse. So I think I will kind of make the stylistic choice of wrapping the tail around right here. I think it could be cleaner to 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 keep it, and then suddenly here started to relax it a little bit, maybe in reverse. Okay, and see now I started to get more this direction. Right. And obviously, boing. Okay, so I think this was the trickiest part to play around. Boing. See, I think it kind of makes sense that the tail kind of smash against the own body, and then relaxing here. I think it's a easier choice to handle. Right. Boom. And here is a little bit of settle down, right? Let's take a look for a moment what we did so far, right? Bong. Okay, so I think it's working pretty well, and it's up to you then kinda to decide if you wanna do continue and to have a draw every frame, or you're comfortable to moving ahead and go already with the 3D model. Okay, let's leave it up to you. I think you need to experiment a little bit and see what is the best workflow for you, right? Sometimes you realize, you know what, having just drawing a key every 2-3 frame, it's enough. Maybe in certain moment like this is important that you do a little bit more of a keyframe, right, and stuff like that. So again, this stuff I want to leave it to you because it's pointless that I just guide you step by step and just show you my method. I just want to show you how I do it, and then you find your own your balance, right? You can tweak it and find whatever is comfortable for you. Now going from this one, let's actually do it with the actual tail, right? With the 3D tail. And one things I wanna mention to you guys that let's go here at the beginning. So normally I will use just the geometry. I will just animate the geometry, guys. And so what I wanna mention is that here I've done simple parent, right? I'm parenting simple object here, but I don't wanna parent the tail to the ball, right? Because I'm gonna show you why I don't wanna do that. Because first of all, let me unfreeze this one. If I do this, the tail, yes, will move, but will also rotate as well and squash and stretch as well with the ball, right? Which is something I don't want. So the best way to do it is to doing a point constraint, so which will only constrain the position of this one to the ball, right? But the issue is that if I do this, let's see what's going on. I will go animation constraint. It won't follow the squash and stretch, right? And for me this is a problem. So a better way to do it is I create a locator, right? I place the locator where the tail it is, parent the locator to the ball, so now the locator is following the squash and stretch, and then doing a point constraint of the tail to the locator. Exactly, here you go. Sorry, I made a mistake. I made actually parent constraint rather than point. And from here, let's go right. Let's go here and started to set a key on everything. And now we can go frame by frame. Okay, so let's go and copy now all the key that we have done it, right? So you see, obviously there is some change here, right? Because it doesn't always follow exactly, the position of what's supposed to be, right? So again, the drawing is just a reference, guys, nothing more. So here, for example, I feel like this needs to be more going down like this. And this more down, see? Okay. Now obviously we'll tweak frame by frame, right, guys? Boom, boom, right? And here, okay, so we go from here, we go to this other moment. And again, here we need to find the best way to adjust it, right? Okay, make sure you guys always key everything, right? For example here, what we can start to do, we can have a little bit of, I didn't really skin those things, guys. So I think you can just scale it a little bit. Not scale it, sorry guys, translate it, right? Okay, just to get the shape that you really want, right? Same thing here. Okay, now you want here to be more, I would say, more advanced. Okay, let's rotate it very carefully, right? Right, let's proceed here, right? And it's okay now at this stage if we can bring back the, oh, not here, sorry, a little bit more here. Okay, started to bring it back. This is supposed to be, I feel like, slightly more like this, and slightly bring it down. Okay, you want to have a really nice line of action, all right? Boom, over here. And again, maybe still a little bit detached if you want to give a little bit of stretch, all right? Now here, what we can do is this, right? We do this, we do this. First of all, you can bring it back, right? Okay, boom, boom, boom. See, sometimes the in between, when the tail rotation is not affected by the ball rotation, sometimes the in between they will work fine just by themselves. Boom, right? And let's start with this one, for example, right here. See, boom. Then I can adjust this one. This one again still need to be dragged down a little bit more, right? And this we can, okay, make it nice and clean. All right, see these two, we can bring them up like this, right? Nice and straighter. And then again, same things here. Boom. Right? I know this part is not necessarily easy, but we'll still try our best. Okay, boom. Bring this down here. This one we do it this way. Right. And then again, there will be things that will readjust here. So maybe here, for example, it feels like that maybe this one was a bit too much, too extreme. Okay, so maybe this one should have been reversed. All right. So there are still things that we wanna kind of adjust a little bit, right? Okay, well, let's go here. And again, let's move it around here. Okay, this can be a little bit tricky. I mean, not tricky, don't get me wrong, but okay. And here you go. All right, same here. See how it's compressing it? Okay. And maybe here a bit more, and this one kind of behind. Boom. All right. Same here. Started to go a little bit up. Okay. Again, now this time I want to go directly here. So we need to go boom like this. Okay. And see here should be still dragging down. Okay. Okay. Sometimes it feels like it's, we're going a little bit different from the direction that we were planning to. Okay. So this one, for example, needs to be a little bit softer. See, this one needs to still be a little bit more like this. Okay, this needs to be a little bit higher now. Sorry, a little bit higher here, right? Right, boom. Okay, and same here, started to drag behind. Right, and again, same here, we can go ahead with this. Sometimes some shape are a bit more tricky to get. Um, right, so see here I want to have this. I want to have this, reverse it a little bit. Right. And keep in mind now, guys, that the graph editor I'm quite sure is gonna be messy. Right? Very, very messy is gonna be the graph editor because I didn't clean it at all. Right? And see here now. Here we wanna just stretch it. I don't know if here is gonna work, resetting everything on 0. Yes, it should work. Right? And this one we can just poof, stretch it. And same things here. Boom, stretch it a bit more, and this one's gonna be more like this. Right? And okay. boom, here it needs to be dragged down. Right, and again, same things here. This one we wanna drag it down. First of all, we wanna bring it a little bit back. This is gonna be tough a little bit to find out what is the right approach to this. Okay, boom, boom. See here, boom, yeah. And let's rotate everything on 0 here and kind of translate it as much as possible. Right? Maybe here still a bit of drag. Let's see if this part is gonna work where yeah, we cannot group it together here. Okay, boom. Okay. Let's see here now if I started to do something like this. Okay, still a bit down here. Oops. Slowly started to. This part needs to be tested for sure. Right. Same things here. Boom. Let's gonna reset everything. Squash it a little. I mean, not squash it. Stretch it a little bit. Right. Okay, same things here. And obviously, guys, when you do all this, make sure you go here and really clean it, right? And what is this? Camera, yes, all right. And I know now there is still a lot of to clean. I'm pretty sure if I go here, but see the compression of the tail actually feels nice, right? Let me see everything so far. Okay, start to get in there. Obviously, there is still quite a lot to do, but it's I think it's a really nice start, and it's a lot more accurate and a lot more faster, as you can see, guys. In what 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I've done half of it. It just needs a bit more of polish. Okay. In the last pass, guys, now that I wanna, that I've done all the key and everything, now I wanna go and refine really frame by frame what is going on. Okay, so for example here, I feel like after this big snap on the tail could start, the base of the tail could actually start to go a little bit higher sooner, right? And now I wanna also adjust all of them individually, like here. Maybe I think this one is supposed to drag a bit more, right? Right, let me see how much. Maybe here a little bit less. Okay, it's just about fine tuning at this point. and maybe here started to go back a little bit, right? Right, and I'm gonna do the same now with this one. Boom. Okay, here she needs to drag down. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right. And I'm gonna do the same with this other one over here. Let me zoom a little bit closer. Here, for example, could drag a little bit more down, right? And again, here it's kind of reversing. Okay. This is what happening also because I didn't do the drawing every frame. But as I mentioned, guys, for me, this is not a big deal because the major movement is there. So fixing those things is kind of easy, right? Boom. And then maybe here we need to adjust this part a little bit more, right? Make it a little bit nicer. Okay. Here. A little bit more. Yeah, maybe this one needs to be dragging down. Let's see here, maybe this one cannot just go like this, right? Okay, you wanna make sure it follow nicely. Same things here, right? I wanna drag. Okay. Maybe same stuff here. Wanna push it a bit more. All right, and see here is gonna get dragged like this. Okay, we can easy in this one a bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this one, when this happen, you kind of want to start to do this, right? Right, and same things over here. Okay, so we can push this, right? Nice, very nice and smooth now. Okay, you see, guys? So okay, after I've done like a first pass and everything, there is like obviously some part that I wanted to fix a little bit. I needed to go a little bit more frame by frame, especially the part here at the very end where the tail is kind of saddling a little bit. I did a little bit as well the grease pencil. I give it a second pass before I didn't do it. I realized later actually was really necessary. Okay, so but at the end of the day, it's up to you guys. As I mentioned at the beginning of the tutorial, which is the best approach for you. My suggestion is doing quick sketches with the grease pencil is a lot faster rather than figure it out directly in 3D. That sometimes it takes a lot of mistakes, try and error. I find this one to be a lot more efficient, and in 30-40 minutes, an hour maximum, you should be able to achieve quite a good result. And then it's up to you how much you want to continue to polish. Okay, guys, so today I'm going to stop right here. And if you have any questions, let me know as usual. Ciao.